what the Spirit Healer School has to offer. Karen Hickson, hi Karen, leads our training now for Shamanism for Animals. And I'm off gallivanting now, photographing the landscapes in the Milky Way. Karen, God bless her, has taken over teaching the Shamanism for Animals classes. And she will be leading tonight. What we're doing is 3 fast live healings for animals for people who have submitted their animal to us in advance. And the way that it's going to go is like this. I am going to call the spirits in. I'm going to have the healers introduce themselves. And then I'm going to turn it over to Karen for her to show the 3 clients and animals and match them up with the healer and conduct a quick healing session. At the end of it, and that's all going to be done live so you can hear it. At the end of those 3 sessions, we're all going to come together and we're going to raise the power and we're going to speak into the circle the names of animals who were not on the list but need healing, and ask the spirits to give them what they need at this time. Okay, so that's how it goes. The reason we do this is twofold. 1, the animals need it, and 2, we would like to show you what's possible with shamanic healing for animals and tell you about our training program, which I'll do briefly. Karen leads it. It's called the Shamanism for Animals Intensive. It's a 10-week intensive class where you begin knowing absolutely nothing. You learn to communicate with animals quickly and powerfully. And then you learn to work with a spirit partner, your spirit teacher, your power animal, your teacher, your guide, to do the healing that's needed for that animal and for you to watch. You'll quickly see that it works. Animals change. You get information that blows you away, and you become a conduit for the spirits to come through you to help animals on this world. We teach you that. We teach you that quickly. We teach you that without complication, without a lot of blah, blah, blah. And you get really good at it really fast. Everyone who is going to be offering healing tonight has done this program and is a very accomplished shamanic healer. Some of them are a lot better than I am. I'm just saying. So with that, I'm going to call the spirits in quickly. Grandmother Sunflower, we gather here with you today to bring in the compassionate spirit to help the animals who have come to us tonight for healing. Very good original sound, and he's not here to remind me. Please begin by remembering a place in nature that you know and that you love. Just allow yourself to be there, using your eyes and your ears and your senses to look around, to feel the place, to just be present there. A tree, a tree, a tree is connecting to you. Allow that. Whether you know this tree or not, say hello. And we call now for these trees to come together into our grand Spirit Healer Circle, like a grove around a fire. And you with them, we all together gather. We turn to the north, we raise our rattles, and we open the gateway of stars. We call the Milky Way to embrace us as she does. and for the power animals and teachers of the North to be present. We turn to the east and open the gateway of sun for the ancestors, the healing spirits, the bright promise of future to come. And we open now the gateway of south, the gateway of earth, of her power for becoming and potential to renew. For the power animals, teachers, and compassionate spirits of the south to come and hold this place and keep us safe. And now to the west, to the gateway of twilight. May the spirits who take us between the veil, crossing us from the world of form to the world of spirit and back again. May the spirits of the West come and guide our minds and our intuition and help us know what we hear and see tonight is real. Raising our hands to the above, we call the spirits who grace the firmament. Reaching to below, we call the spirits of earth who hold us firm in foot. As above, so below, as within, so without. And here we are. Okay, I'm going to call your name. I'd like you just to say hello. Paul.
Hello, I'm Paul. I've been following this practice since January of 23, and I'm grateful to be here. I live in Phoenix, Arizona.
Thank you, Paul. Kayla.
Kayla, I am in Champaign, Illinois, USA. I was one of the people who was lucky enough to be in some of those live workshops with Carla back in the day, and only recently found out that it appears Barbara and I were in one of the same workshops back in the day in Chicago when we made masks. So many sequins.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Judy.
Hi, my name is Judy Huffman. I'm in Kansas. I've been a massage therapist for 30 years. I do energy work, and I started training with Carla and the Circle. It's been over 4 years now, and I've added this to my long list of tools in my bag, and I really enjoy working with the spirits, and the Circle is awesome.
Linda.
I'm Linda, coming to you from the Rocky Mountains in Wyoming, and I've added this shamanic piece to my other energy work.
Linda's a hero for cats. Karen.
Hi, I'm Karen Hickson. It's lovely to be here with you all. I have been studying shamanism probably a little over 4 years now. Although it seems a lot longer. I am also one of the teachers here at SpiritHealer Circle. I do energy healing, and I'm an evidential medium. And this is a wonderful place to learn. We have wonderful people here in the circle. So welcome, everyone. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you. Charlotte.
I'm Charlotte. I live in Springfield, Virginia. I have always had abilities, but first got together with Carla a long time ago to find out who I was and what I can do.
She can do a lot. And she's recovering from a little brain incident, so you have to give her a big hug. Barbara.
Yay, these are my peeps. I'm I'm on the western edge of Lake Michigan and south of Lake Superior on the Great Lakes in Wisconsin. And I've been around longer than time. Happy to be here.
Thank you. Pat.
I'm Pat. I live in Michigan. I've been taking classes from Carla for just over 4 years, like some other folks, and it's just been so powerful. I'm interested in helping animals. I've learned other modalities and skills, and this one is just gives me so much depth. And I appreciate it so much. And I'm glad to be here tonight.
Thank you, and welcome all the people who are coming here as guests. We're really glad to see you, and we hope to see you in Circle on a regular basis. One last thing before I turn it over to Karen. The Spirit Healer Circle is a membership site, which simply means that to be a member of the circle, you pay a whopping $29 a month, and you come to 8 different meetings a month to learn shamanism and do deep dives into shamanism. Plus, we have courses, which are an additional fee, where you get meticulous step-by-step training. So we welcome you to become part of Spirit Healer Circle. We're a neat bunch of people and we love each other very much. Karen, over to you.
Thank you, Carla. Okay, so we're just gonna do what we would call a quick healing, and it's really amazing how much healing can be done in 5 to 6 minutes because we turn it over to the compassionate ones because they can see the bigger picture and they know exactly what to do. And so I'm going to start with Lefty, who is Shannon's dog. And then we're going to move on to Judy, who has Irene's dog, Carla. And then we'll go to Kayla, and she's going to do Katie's cat, Alfie. So, Shannon, if you don't mind unmuting, if you want to give us a little bit about what you would like help with Lefty. This is Lefty in the photo here.
Yeah, there's my boy. I just want to say thank you to Carla and everyone. I definitely feel like this is spirit-led. I just asked Spirit for some help communicating with my dog. And then shortly after, here I met Carla at the Wild Hunt. And so I just want to say thank you to Spirit for intervening on behalf of my dog. So Lefty is a rescue. I was definitely going through a kind of a dark night about a year ago, and he really has saved my life. He's rescued me. He has a lot of nightmares and just has a real lack of confidence. You know, he's this big, strapping Shepherd Pyrenees mix. He's really having a hard time. Just, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you. Thank you. We're happy to be here.
That's funny. I have a German Shepherd Pyrenees mix as well, but she's pure white.
Wow. I would love to see a picture of her. I bet she's beautiful.
She is. Yeah, she milks that for everything it's worth too.
I'm sure.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak the journey out loud, and I'll connect with the compassionate spirits, and we'll see what they would like to do for Lefty. Do you have any questions before we start, Shannon?
I don't. Maybe I should introduce myself. I'm an RN by training, but also I'm studying the shamanic path. Shelley Stump and Brittany Shirley are my teachers, and I'm an apprentice to them, but have really been thinking a lot about the animals a lot lately. And so I'm really happy to meet all of you. Just so excited. So thank you.
Thank you, Shannon. All right. Now, let me get my original sound on so you can hear my drum. All right. We're going to take a deep breath, starting in sacred space. I'm inviting in my tree, my power animal, and the compassionate ones who are here to help, guide, support, and heal the beautiful soul who is named Lefty, and giving support for his human, Shannon, and inviting Lefty and Shannon into the sacred space. My power animal is making sure that Lefty is comfortable. He's feeling a bit shy and a little uncertain. So the power animal is giving Lefty a nice comfy bed, rays of sunshine to lay in, which will illuminate Lefty and make him feel like he's always in the light, that he's always surrounded in the light, that the darkness is just a dream. And Lefty is now laying down in the bed and enjoying a nap. The compassionate ones have gathered around Lefty, and they're peering in to Lefty's brain, and they're tracing the dreams and the thought patterns of what occurs when Lefty is asleep. There's a lot of noise, there's a lot of chaos. And they're tracking to the source of this. And they're going to, when Lefty was younger, feeling abandoned, feeling alone, and not sure what to do, wanting to be rescued, but not knowing where to go. Who could he trust? Where could he go? Who would help him? So many questions, so many uncertainties. Those emotions became trapped in his body, and he's been trying to process this through his dreams. But he seems to continue to be trapped, and he's looking for a way out. So the spirits are tracking. They look like strings or tubes, and they're touching them and they're sending healing, and it's going way back in time. It's going back to Lefty's ancestors. And they're finding the origination point. And they keep going back. They've gone back to a place that I don't recognize. And they're pouring their healing light into this place. The healing is going here so that it can feed Lefty, going back through time. Bringing with it his original codes of what he was meant to be, of who he was meant to be when he came here. Dissolving what is blocking him from blossoming into that beautiful soul that we know he is. having Lefty feel the pure love and the joy of being here. There is a power animal coming back with this healing. And it's the power animal of a bear. And this bear is going to help Lefty feel strong and secure and grounded. The bear will be Lefty's partner. So Lefty is meeting the bear. And he's sniffing. And the bear has a deep presence, calming, welcoming, very mothering. And they're walking together. And I am going to blow bear into Lefty's heart. They are now together. And they are walking back to the circle. Lefty is awake with tail wagging, and he's happy. And we are asking the compassionate ones to please continue this healing for as long as it is needed. And we thank the compassionate ones and the bear who have come forward to guide and support Lefty. And we ask for all this or something better across all dimensions of time and space, the everywhere, the everywhen, through all the dimensions and the realms. And the spirits are giving you a gift, Shannon. And they are going to allow you to discover the joy of what they have given you. For they will not say what it is. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you, Shannon. That was an honor to work with you and Lefty. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm really emotional. I cry a lot. But I welcome the tears. They're sacred. And so thank you for letting them come. Thank you. It was a really beautiful journey. Really beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
So
Blessings.
beautiful.
Thank you. Blessings to you and Lefty. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All righty. Yes, thank you. All right, Judy, you are going to work with Irene and her dog, Carla. And so, Irene, if you want to just tell Judy what you would like help with Carla. Oh, look at that sweet face.
And actually, would it be all right if I change what it was from what I emailed you guys? Or should I, is that okay? Or, because sometimes
Whatever you, what you want help with is why we're here.
Okay, perfect. So I guess a quick, this is Carla, my 9-year-old Chow Chow rescue. I've had her for a year. Sweetheart, she's calmed down quite a bit since I've had her. However, she still seems to be quite reactive to other dogs. And then it takes her a while to actually calm back down. So if, Judy, if you can help work with her to, how does she, because I can tell she tries to calm herself down. It just takes her a very long time. And she gets 0 to 60 like that when it comes to other dogs and being around them. On leash in particular, it just takes her a while. I'd love to be able to kind of walk around them without her jumping up and down, reacting, like, start salivating. All works.
Okay. And how do you react when that happens?
I'm calm. We worked through multiple trainers. We try to avoid, right? So I just quickly reroute her basically, but I would like to not, it's that balance between me being vigilant, watching for other dogs, but as soon as she even senses it, I can tell she senses the dog before she sees it, and she's already like hyper alert, and then she sees the dog and then just reacts.
Okay. All righty. So this is mostly when you're out walking. What about if other animals come into your home? How does that work?
We haven't had animals come to my home. She's okay. Like she's been to doggy daycare and things. We're walking definitely, or if we're in the car and a person or a dog walks close to the car, she goes berserk.
Yeah.
But I think the walk is a big one because it's a little tough because everywhere we go, there's dogs. If there's dogs barking in their own houses and she hears it, that's too.
Okay. Okay. And you've only had her for a year?
A year and a half, maybe.
Okay. And all right. Okay. Do you happen to know what the environment was before she came to you, or have none of that idea?
I know that through other modalities that she used to live with a lady whose significant other physically abused her, and there was a little dog that taunted her a lot, and her mom thought it was cute because it was a little dog, and she's a 50, 60-pound dog, but on that was just a little dog. And I know she's not super working on security and confidence, but I think she's not able to withstand if someone barks at her. She's never going to be able to ignore it. She's like, she'll bark right back every time, right? And then she can't calm down.
Okay. All righty.
Okay.
All right. So I invite Carla, beautiful dog, and Miss Irene into our circle. And my spirit guides, power animals, grandmother bear and grandfather buffalo, white buffalo, stands beside me. And Miss Carla is like, she wants to be in her reactive mode. And my power animals calm and soothe her by talking to her mind to mind. My healing spirit, animal spirit guide, Jacob, comes and begins to smudge her from top, the head, from the nose, clearing her chakras, helping to calm the nerves, opening and clearing blockages in the throat chakra. And Jacob begins to dance and sing. As he begins to sing, it helps to calm her, and she starts to dance for a little pause, up and down, up and down. And she's now dancing with Jacob. Jacob begins to rattle. And as he rattles, begins to help build her confidence. Her barking is more of a proving that she is in control and that nobody's going to bother her and nobody's going to control her. So she jumps first, just so they know. And Jacob's helping her. And we are all now calming in the circle. And we are bringing Carla to the pond of sacred water. water. She begins to drink. It's beginning to absorb, change her reaction mode on a cellular scale. And she just begins to just melt. And so we bring in other dogs to come in and visit to see how she's going to react in Spirit Circle. And she begins to stretch, to tighten up, and then she just kind of looks at Jacob and she just relaxes. And he says to her, you don't have to be boisterous and freak out, just calm. You can still be vigilant, but you don't have to be so boisterous about it unless they start it first. You're in a safe place. You've got your mom, Irene. She's protecting you. She is your mother bear. She will help you. And she takes another drink from the sacred pond. Jacob gives me a crystal of rose quartz to place in Carla's heart as protection and a shield. So she knows she has a shield around her, so she doesn't have to be boisterous and tell them to stay away. And she just kind of walks around and meets the other dogs. And she's just relaxed. Her tail is at ease, wagging. And this also helps to put Irene's heart at ease, because she's dreading every time she takes Carla out for a walk. Has been dreading that encounter. And now we have released that dreading, releasing it. And balls of light are now coming down and flooding Irene and Carla with golden light. And this golden light will go with them to help ease that tension and anticipation. And every time they think about it, just feel that golden light beginning to flow around them, around Irene and around Carla, the beautiful Chow Chow. She is very strong and she doesn't have to yell it out. Other dogs will just know. She doesn't have to tell them all about it. And we give thanks for the spirit guides and the power animals that have helped us today. And we send Irene and Carla back home to their bones for a good, restful, peaceful night's sleep. And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Judy. That was beautiful.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Glad to work with her.
Yeah.
And if you need more help, I'm always here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Irene. Let's see. Okay, so I want to just make sure we have enough time for our next healing. And we have Kayla and Katie, who has Alfie, Kitty. So Katie, if you want to just share with Kayla what you would like help with Alfie.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity. We adopted Alfie a couple months ago, and he is a blind older gentleman, and we do have 3 other cats in the house, mostly senior, and then 1 other blind cat. And Alfie has had a really tough time adjusting in our home. There are 2 cats in particular that he I don't know if it's he doesn't seem to like, but the other blind cat and one of the senior cats, if they walk by him and they kind of keep walking, they're a little scared of him now, but if they keep walking, he will chase them down and kind of actually hunt them down and usually pin them in a corner. And then they end up, unfortunately, in a tussle, and there's a lot of screaming and a lot of fur removed. One of my cats has scratches all over his body. So we've done some Reiki with him, and I've tried different methods of, when he smells them, telling them, you're doing good. Thank you for being sweet. That's just Merlin. You know what Merlin smells like. Thank you. That hasn't seemed to work yet. And so I can't really crack him, and I just want him to feel good. Obviously, he doesn't feel good if he's doing this. So I want him to feel good. And I want the other cats to also feel safe and not so scared now all the time.
Okay. Let's see what they do. The spirits are bringing Alfie into the center, and then Katie is off to the side watching. Right away, he's kind of reactive. He's kind of striking. Someone's holding him, and he's kind of flailing and striking out. And furious isn't the right word. There's definitely a fear underneath there. The spirits are taking him and putting him, they're dipping him very slowly into a shining lake. And he's flailing against it at first, but as his body starts touching the water, it's like the water calms him down, and they're putting him into the water incrementally. Just very slowly, so that he's very slowly calming down. When he's submerged, he can walk along the bottom and he can see. He's looking at fish and underground plants, and he's too much in amazement to really strike out at anything at this point. And the spirits let him kind of wander around in there until he's pretty chill. And they slowly bring him out, and they wrap him in blankets and put him next to a fire. They're putting cucumbers on his eyes and giving him a little cocktail. And one of the spirits starts whispering in his ear. And the look on his face is just shock. I cannot tell what the spirits are telling him, but clearly it is something he was not expecting. If I had to give you an intuitive impression of what they are telling him, they are basically telling him that you don't need to do the things you're doing. You are safe where you are, and these other animals are not your enemy. And this genuinely flabbergasts him. I don't know what his history was. Yeah, they just keep talking to him. And the longer they talk to him, it's like the light slowly dawns on him. They're putting him in the middle of a web, and the web is connecting to the other animals and humans in the home. And they're doing it differently than I typically see. The web is becoming a dotted line, and they are filling in the gaps with some of the information they told him, so that there's a line that he wants to go to this other animal, and there's a stopping point because there's a gap, and they're filling in the information. They're reminding him, hey, you don't have to do that, here's why. And then there's another line and another reminder, hey, you don't have to do that, here's why. And that continues so that there are stopgaps and safeguards in place all the way up to the other animals. This is very new to him. He's not quite sure how to react, but he is curious and interested, and it's almost like he doesn't believe that there is another way he can be and still be in the world and have a place and be safe. And it's like he needs constant reminders at every point along the web that, hey, wait, don't you remember we talked about this? So there may be a little stop and go. I'm asking the spirits if there's something you can do in ordinary reality to be that reminder, like if he starts to go. And they're showing me a bell, not like a ringy bell, like a tone bell, like a lower tone, not that sharp, like you would shake a bell or like one of those hotel bells, but a very like a tone almost. So if there's some sort of a tone that would work to play to calm him prior to it happening, they're singing the tone to him, so that he hears it and remembers. And then they're gathering up. They're doing a huge extraction. Like they're pulling out this huge black thing and casting it off to be dealt with. And he almost deflates. Okay, the really, really sweet thing, I don't know how your other animals feel about him in the ordinary reality, but in this space, they are willing to help him, and they are flooding their own healing energy from their ends of the web into the center to him, so that he understands that he can have a loving relationship with them, and that this can be a harmonious household. And that is what is filling in the extracted part. They're making him part of the family. he's still pretty flabbergasted. It may take a while for him to be that. He's very much, you know, why would you do this for me when I have been this way towards you? And yeah, it's going to take a while for him to be able to wrap his head around this whole thing, because it is not his way of being. The spirits say that's enough for now. Thank you, spirits. Thank you, Alfie. Thank you, Katie. Everybody returns back to their bones. Thank you.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, Katie. So, Carla, did you want to do our next part?
Sure. We have two things left. One is the gathering of power for the animals we've had requests for healing for them, and that we weren't able to do healings for every animal directly, but we have this circle for the remaining. And one of them is Echo. Share. Gotta hit share. There's Echo. Cute. Is that cute or what? So darling. Miniature schnauzer. Yeast infection in his ears. And then Alana has Trixie. Is that cute or what? Trixie is apparently a dachshund and crippled left hind and IBD, and she barks until she loses her voice, poor thing. So dachshund. And of course, any other animal that you may want to call the name out of while we're doing this. So the way this works, Spirit Healer Circle has a collective circle of power that we work in all the time. And it's pretty active. I've got to shut my door because that is making it. When we step into that circle and we raise power, there is a lot of it. Everyone on this call, healers, participants, people who are listening after the fact, you all have power animals and teachers who will lend power to heal these animals. And so I am going to drum, musicians on, and remember us coming back into the sacred circle where we began with our trees, our power animals and our teachers. The four gateways open: north, east, south, and west. And in the center, a fire, and that smoke and that light rising to meet the core of the Milky Way in the sky. And the Milky Way radiating down to meet the core of Earth, herself a star, and in between all that is alive. We ask the compassionate spirits who are alive to lend their power, that the center may become a source of immense healing for every animal whose name is spoken, that their trauma may be negated, that their soul parts from early times be replaced and renewed, that their power animals and their teachers be connected to them, that the spirit tribes that they came from and to whom they will return are connected to them again in a way that is inextricable. I got to use that word. Power animals, teachers, compassionate spirits from the circle beyond the circle and the circle beyond those, please come now to lend your power. For Trixie, for Echo, and please speak the names of the animals that you would like to see healed out loud, on mute or off.
Hopi,
Yark,
Bjorn, Bean, Gabby,
Ginger,
Fiedler,
Dino,
Spunky. Spunky, Badger, Wyatt, Hooter.
Hemador, Greco, all of Linda's cats,
Princess Bella, Lainey, Peaches,
dragons, please raise the power and bring forward an egg to encompass all these animals and all those not spoken. Renew their compassionate life force, that it may exceed any illness. Restore their balance and harmony. Relieve their pain and suffering. Give them back courage and cooperation. In the name of Saint Francis, because we can. As above, so below. As within, so without. May all these animals receive exactly what they need right now. Thank you. That felt lovely. I really appreciate it. Okay, I wanted to end by just mentioning where you can go to learn more about Spirit Healer and what we offer. SpiritHealerCircle.com is the name of our website. And if you click over to Beginner's Path, I'm on Beginner's Path and I'll scroll to the top of it, whoop, real quick. We have a Beginner's Path that Karen leads. And Karen, you're teaching Beginner's Path this week, right?
No, it is next Thursday, a week from tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow.
The third Thursday of every month.
Right. I knew that.
That's okay.
Karen helps people who are stepping onto the path get confident and solid in their journeying skills. At Spirit Healer School, we have 3 recordings which are available all the time. And if you're a member of the circle, of Spirit Healer Circle, of our membership site, they're all free. Sacred Roots is free to everyone. It's our 1-hour class where I teach you the very first steps of shamanic journeying. Power Animal Connection is a class that we run often because it's just so fun. But you learn to get to know your power animal by dancing with them. And that's on recording, and we'll be offering that again live coming up pretty soon because it's just so much fun. 3 Worlds Sacred Tree Introduction to Shamanism is my extended course that teaches you the middle world, upper world, and lower world foundation of shamanic studies style, but we use a tree as the gateway to all those worlds. And so it's got the Spirit Healer Circle sensibility to it. But I was trained personally by Michael Harner, and a great deal of that influence you'll see in all the work in this circle. Karen leads the Mastery Circle Beginner's Path. When you join Mastery Circle, you're welcome to come to her classes. The first one is available for free. Here's the sample session, Exploring the Middle World. And then every month, we've got all this stuff. We meet twice a week for Dragon Circle and Journey Circle and Healing Circle. It goes on and on. We have so many classes. Hundreds of hours of recordings are available for you. And Shamanism for Animals Intensive. This is the flagship program that Karen is teaching beginning in January. And I know you will love it. So that's what we have to offer here at Spirit Healer School. Of course, you'll be getting an email detailing all of it and thanking you for your participation today. Do you have any questions? I've got to go to the view where I can see everybody to get an answer to that. You can raise your hand if you have a question, if there's anything you'd like to share. Linda!
Do you know when the next mini clinic is? Since this is a Facebook Live, people might want to know when the next one is.
I'll have to do exactly what they're going to have to do, which is, oh boy, go to the calendar on the website. What a great idea. Share.
It's December 18th at 4 p.m. Pacific time again, which we'll need to change on the calendar, Carla, because it's Arizona time.
Oh, it's 4 p.m. Pacific. Yeah.
It is, yes, but on the Google Calendar events, it has it as Arizona time just for our mini clinic events, and I don't know why, but
These things are beyond me. I'll just have to go kick the calendar. You've
And
heard
then
of
I
kicking
just
the
wondered
can?
I just wondered what procedure was in place for us to give feedback to some of the pet owners if we have important information that other practitioners may have gotten during the session.
I will share the email addresses with you,
Thank you.
and you can email them directly. Great idea. Thank you. Linda's question was when is, and the answers to when is are on the events and Zoom link on the Spirit Healer Circle. I manage a Google Calendar which feeds into this. Mostly it's accurate. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it has things that don't belong on there, like my seminar for a photography website. This is not exactly a complicated thing, but you know how it is. In any case, here's all our stuff, and there's an awful lot of it. The Zoom link is up here. You'll always find it up here. And I only publish it in one place because when Zoom changes it, and I have it in 3 places, only one of them will be right. So this is the place for the Zoom link. That's it. This is where you find it. Okay. More questions? I think we're good. Did you love the healing? Great. I don't know everything that happened, but I saw power animal retrieval. I saw complete extraction. I saw power infusion, where the spirits brought in all this different stuff to help each animal individually. I saw spirit guides taking us back into the animal's history, bringing out nasty memories, healing them, transmuting them, and bringing in a fresh perspective. I saw the general healing of just chill out and love it, which we all need. Oh my God, don't we need that? And so much more. You will learn all those techniques step by step through your time with Spirit Healer Circle. And we're the only place where you can learn shamanism with animals as the focus, because that's what we do. And here's where you can get it. Please tell all your friends. I really appreciate you. Share the word. It's becoming more and more challenging to get the word out there now. Facebook has changed the way that they communicate. All these social media sites that used to work for me to be able to tell people about us do not work now. And so it's up to us to make the community grow by sharing with your friends. And I'd really appreciate it if you did. So thank you. Big hugs to Karen. Big hugs to Judy. Big hugs to Kayla. Thank you for the healing. Big hugs to you people who were brave enough to bring your animals to us. We love you. And we'll see you soon in Circle.